So we're up against pendulums, and we're going to negate the pendulum scale and bring back Thunderbird. And we're going to negate the pendulum scale and bring back Thunderbird. And we're going to negate the pendulum scale and bring back Thunderbird. And we're going to negate the spell card and bring back Thunderbird. And they scoop it up. I'm so sorry, Pendulum player. GG's. Hey guys, it's Aremia, and today I'm bringing you a fun dinosaur variant, okay? The goal of the deck is to set up Apex Avian with Thunderbird and kind of bounce them back and forth and set up these infinite negations, okay? I don't think this is the most competitive way to build dinosaurs. It's more so a proof of concept that Yu-Gi-Oh is just silly, and you can in fact set up an infinite loop of negations to prevent your opponent from playing the game. As always, I will go over the deck in more detail at the end of the video, so let's jump into the games. Dino Birds on the play, and they start Maxx C. And I hate Maxx C, but we're going to try to play through it anyway, because infinite negates theoretically beats, you know, a ton of cards, but usually not anyway. We're going to go through our scrap combo and try to land on Borreload's Savage Dragon, so we at least have some kind of interaction with whatever they're gonna draw into, right? Because eventually we're gonna special summon like 20 times, right? So they're gonna draw into an answer, and we would like to have at least one negate up before they draw into that answer. So we go into Needle Fiber here, and finally get into Savage, and they've drawn roughly 1,000,000 cards. So now we're going to do our Millennium, and right when we have our Savage, they draw into Ash Blossom, so we can negate it and still go into Animador. So we're going to pop the Pteranodon and go for our Simorg combo with Reprodocus. So we're going to make Giant Rex a Winged Beast and go into Bird of Sovereignty. And now we can summon out our UCT and also banish our Giant Rex, so we can summon it out as well. And of course go into Union Carrier. Not sure why this card doesn't specify Union monsters, but again, not on the design team. So we get out Apex Avian, and we're literally just going to try to negate whatever they try to do. So we're up against some kind of Despia deck, and we're going to summon out our Thunderbird repeatedly and just keep trying to negate whatever they're going to do. And this happens a lot, actually. This is really funny. Can't negate Super Poly, but they can't get rid of Apex Avian. So they go into Starving Venom and get rid of our other negation in Savage. And, you know, we're just gonna keep negating stuff. And luckily we have UCT, so they can't swing over any of our things. And then they play Dark Calling. I'm like, what the heck is this deck? They're actually like some weird hero Despia deck. So like, good for them, you know, making custom, you know, deck piles. I think it's cool, but UCT gonna flip their Starving Venom face down so we don't lose our Apex Avian or any of our other monsters. And again, just gonna keep negating whatever they try to do. So infinite negates. Turns out infinite negates is pretty good. And they scoop it up there, so. Dinos. On the play. Fossil Dig. I like to use Fossil Dig first to bait the Ash. And then we just Millennium. And 1-for-1 here actually gives us so much advantage. It's actually a little too much. So we end up making a mistake at some point during the later portion of the combo. But it doesn't really end up mattering because Dinosaurs set up a really crazy board as it is. So we're just doing the Scrapter part of the combo. Of course, gonna bring stuff back, and then Millennium here banishes 2, and then we can destroy or send baby Ceratosaurus to the nursery to summon back another one and get extra searches off. So as you can see, we're actually running out of board space, which is just crazy. And that's just because we started 1-for-1. So that's why we play the card. And this is my mistake, actually, going into Logia. Logia is a fire dragon, which means we cannot use it to go for a Union Carrier. But Reprodocus gonna go for Simorg, and then banish. So we bring out UCT, bring out Giant Rex, and of course I noticed that I made a mistake and couldn't go Union Carrier, but that's kind of okay, right? We have Spell, Trap, or Summon Negation off Logia, Omni-negate off Warlord, a board flip with UCT, and an Omni-negate with Mist Valley. And Simorg, of course, making Mist Valley untargetable too, so that's cool. Yeah, and whenever you see Red Rose Dragon, it's usually part of a crazy combo, so we're gonna just negate it and destroy it right away. And their Dragon Link, so they go Forbidden Droplet, realize that we have like 4 different targets that they need to hit with Droplet, so they need to get rid of all 4 of their cards, and then they would lose anyway, so they just scoop it up. So GG's. Dinosaurs! Going second this time, and we're up against Hero. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip the Hero combo. Okay, so they didn't do very much. They just went into Sunrise and they searched their Miracle Fusion, but they didn't find Liquid Soldier, so they couldn't go into Absolute Zero. And we have a pretty good start. So we have Fossil Dig into Miscellaneousaurus, and they max C, but we're just gonna keep playing. Keep an eye on their hand because it gets absolutely ridiculous. We're going to do Scrap Raptor stuff with Lost World, which is really strong. Chimera going to bring back Raptor, go Wyvern, and we're going to bring something back, pop it right away, and then summon Scrap Golem, pop the token, but protect it with Lost World. Lost World, going to pop a Baby Ceratosaurus, send that to the nursery, and then summon Animadorn, do the same thing. And grab Oviraptor, search UCT, and then we're going to bring something back, go for some more plays, and we decide to go Dolka midway through our combo because their hand has gotten completely ridiculous, and that's going to protect us against whatever hand traps they've drawn into, which is convenient. There's Nibiru, so we negate that, and they scoop it up. Look at how many cards had to blow up before their surrender went through. Well played, Heroes, well played. Dino Bird. And we have kind of a weird start to our combo route here. We have Oviraptor and a baby dino. So we search Miscellaneousaurus, go for Animadorn, and then get our searches off. And then we have to exchange our Animadorn for our Pteranodon again. If that was a baby Ceratosaurus, I think we would have had a better combo route, but that's okay. So we're gonna go for our Scrap combo. And grab Golem, and then pop our Pteranodon. And then we get to go for Needle Fiber, of course, summon out Ash Blossom, and go for Savage. And then I choose to go for Appaloosa here with 3 materials, and then UCT, and bring back Giant Rex. So we have the 3 monster negates on the Appaloosa, 1 Omni negate that just got Kaiju, and UCT. So they grab some Griffin Rider and they attempt to activate their Enchantress. So we go ahead and Appaloosa, negate it, and they bring out Griffin Rider. And they do some more adventure stuff, and we're up against Sword Soul apparently. All these decks seem the same. So we negate that with Ash, which is nice, and they tried to catch us by targeting our monster and saying, "We're gonna make it dark. You should totally negate that one." And I was like, "No, you can totally make my thing dark. That's fine." And then they try to activate for Super Poly, and I negate that one, and then they scoop up. So nice try, opponent, but it didn't quite work. Can't slip it past us. Dino Birds, going first. So we terraforming, it gets ashed, and we have Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave might get hit in the next ban list too. We'll see. So we grab Lost World, and we can go into our Scrapped or Lost World stuff. I will be making a tutorial video on setting up this infinite negate combo. So I'm not sure if it's out before this video comes out or after, but stay tuned for that. Because this is a really ridiculous way to build dinosaurs. It's really funny too. So we're gonna put some babies to the nursery and special summon some more dinosaurs. And we go needle fiber. Note that we left up our Animadorn this time because we're going into Herald of the Arclight with this combo. When given the chance, I think Arclight is actually better than Borreload Savage, because in addition to having what is basically an omni-negate on it, it also makes any monster sent from hand or deck to the graveyard be banished instead. So it gets around the Foolish Burial trick of sending the Enchantress to go into the Adventure combo, which is ridiculous in and of itself that it's searchable with Foolish Burial. But Arclight actually gets around that, which is pretty neat. It's kind of like a Dark Claw. And we use Reprodocus, call Wing Beast, go Simorg, and then banish some cards, go UCT, bring back Giant Rex, go Union Carrier. So this combo definitely uses some cards that should maybe be banned. We equip it with Thunderbird and then summon out Apex Avian. So we have our Infinite Negate strategy online. And they Sphere Mode us, and Kaiju us. Oh my goodness, that was so fast. And they Twinsters us. But they drew all answers and no parts of their own combo. So they just have to pass turn here. So like, wow, we set up a huge board. They just got rid of it. Good for them. But, I mean, they don't have any answers now. So we top deck Pot of Prosperity, which is pretty good. We just banish 3. And then we find Fossil Dig off the top. So that's cool. We Fossil Dig out Oviraptor. Oviraptor is going to search our UCT, which means we have lethal. And we go ahead and link away their monsters up to access code, summon UCT, and bring back Giant Rex, and then they scoop it up. So GG's. Dinosaurs. Stuck going second. We're up against Traptrix, which is not my favorite deck, but they are in the game, so. We draw a Baby Dino, which is pretty good, and we try to do our Scrap Raptor Lost World combo. And they have B-Trooper stuff. I'm like, that's cool. So they're actually going to shuffle back our Scrap Raptor, and then we're going to search our Scrap Chimera, banish both to try to go for UCT, and they Torrential Tribute. And so much happened here. So I summon UCT, they Torrential Tribute, and then I protect the token with Lost World, and then still send a Baby Dino, so I can like still continue the combo after all this crazy back and forth. So they're gonna do some stuff. We summon Oviraptor. They're gonna destroy our Lost World, and we're gonna search Miscellaneousaurus, so we can keep playing. It's pretty cool, actually. So we go Miscellaneousaurus, protect our dinos. They go break off Trap Hole, but they can't activate it this turn. And we summon out Animadorn, pop Baby Dino, grab double Evo, and then still can go for our scrap combo after all of this, which is really funny. So we go Scrap Wyvern, bring back Raptor, and then we can still summon Golem, even though Chimera is like banished out here, which is really funny. And then we get another Baby Dino play. Golem gonna bring it back, and we can go Halqifibrax, summon out Ash, and I'm just shocked that these other two cards aren't something they can activate, and then they activate it. So that one was, what, Floodgate Trap Hole? That means our Borreload Savage Dragon actually can't be flipped face up. It's kind of like Quaking Mirror Force, if you remember that from before the Link era. So I just decide, alright, I've had enough, we're gonna go access code, go to 43, and then start popping their cards. I decide to destroy their Traptrix and leave this because I don't have to go into any Link monsters, so it's pretty much a dead card. And they don't find anything on the top. And we get a Fossil Dig, which is enough to win the game. And we add Miscellaneousaurus, and they scoop it up. So honestly, really good game. I might not like Traptrix, but that was a good back and forth. Well, as it turns out, Infinite Negations, pretty good. Your opponent can play around them, obviously, if they draw into the Holy Trinity of going second cards, that is, Kaijus, Dark Ruler No More, or Forbidden Droplet are easy outs to this crazy board. Other outs to it include Ash Blossom. Unfortunately, the deck is really susceptible to it. Even if you do protect your dinosaurs with Miscellaneousaurus, that's only protecting the dinos that are on your field. Your opponent can always Ash the Miscellaneousaurus banishing itself, or the Scrap Raptor in your graveyard trying to search Scrap Chimera. So that's kind of what's keeping dinosaurs from being a really powerful competitive strategy and keeping them down in the rogue tier. But I do still think the deck is super fun. I played the deck a lot going up through the Duelist Cup, but I did hit a wall somewhere around level 16 or 17, and that's where I had to cut a bunch of the cards and cut the Apex Avion Infinite Loop and make the deck more streamlined and competitive for what I was facing at the end of the Duelist Cup. I will be putting out a video on the more competitive dino build probably in this next week or so keep an eye on that, as well as a tutorial video I think I mentioned for this crazy infinite negate loop combo. Well, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, do the YouTube stuff. If you have any ideas for videos, feel free to comment that too. But that is gonna do it. I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.